Hello everyone, I'm Lightmyhouseup, and today I'm going to be showing you how to fix a broken LED string of lights. A few years ago, I showed you how to fix some incandescent icicle lights, and today I'm going to be showing you how to fix some LED lights. These aren't icicle lights, but they're kind of the same way. If there's ever some icicle lights that go out, I'll show you how to fix those for LEDs. Same thing with incandescent strings. Not icicle, just normal flat strings. But anyways, this can be done using the LED keeper. And this is basically the LED keeper here. So this is what I used a few years ago when I made that icicle light video. It has this little like flash that happens. Oh, you saw it there. Okay. And then you can scan for voltage. And yeah, that's what I use there. Fixes shunts. There's not really shunts with LEDs. So, they're just constructed differently. So that's where this tool comes in. The LED keeper. These can be bought extra. They don't come... Well, I mean, two of them do. I've used the two pods that came with these. But you're able to buy extra packs of these. Anyways... Basically, yeah, these pods are used when the broken bulb that's causing the string to not work is actually like soldered together. So like this LED string over here, these can come apart. Like there's a little tab there, and like if I just kind of pull this out, they can come apart. And it's constructed the same way as incandescents. And once again, my phone is refusing to focus. But hopefully you can kind of see the two wires on either side. The two wires. Maybe... Oh, there I am. Maybe if I go down here. There you go. You can see one wire there and one there. Those are the wires that actually make the connection. But, yeah, this is kind of like the normal incandescent string where it just kind of snaps together. But I will be showing you how to use this LED keeper to fix a string kind of like this. It's not multicolor though, and it has more traditionally shaped bulbs. But to fix a string just like this, that's LED and not incandescent. This tree here is incandescent, so it won't be like that. But okay, so if you need to fix a tree, watch my incandescent light video. The fixing icicle lights video. I don't have very many videos on this channel, so yeah. This over here for this LED string, I'll be showing you how to fix an LED string in this video. And once again, replacing a bulb is the same exact thing as using this on a string that does not have replaceable bulbs. So like, at some point I may use one of these if I ever have a case like that. I have before, but I already repaired it a few months ago. But anyways, you just like cut off the bad bulb that's causing a string not to work, and it'll be the same exact process to find the bad bulb, whether it's a string like this or it's a string like or it's an LED string where the bulbs are actually like soldered together and not just clipped together. So if they're clipped together, then you just replace the bulb simply. If they're soldered together, you use this. Obviously, it won't light up anymore, but it will keep the same amount of voltage and it'll make the string work. And you use this light keeper the same exact way as you would, no matter whether or not it's, I guess you could say, a clipped together string where they're not soldered, or it's a soldered together string. Does not matter. You use them both the same exact way. But these are again for light bulbs that you cannot replace really. You just cut off the bulb, you put the wires in, and then you push this little piece together, and then you just screw on this cap. There's a lot of other videos on YouTube of people doing that. Again, I will record if I ever have to do that. I will record a video for that. But I don't have very many strings that have unreplaceable bulbs, because I'm not really a fan of them. But anyways, back to the video. I'm going to go get that string out that's broken, and I will show you how to fix this. Okay, so basically, here's a little sneak peek to my house. I have to have the flayables off and whatnot now, just due to it being quite windy and it's freezing out. Here's another example of LED strings that do have replaceable bulbs. You can see how the light bulb is just kind of out of the socket. Same thing here. This is actually the broken string here. Half of it's working, half isn't. So this is the one we're going to be fixing, this green string. But anyways, let me go ahead and show you some unreplaceable bulbs. If I can walk through this mess of a yard where there's stuff all over. Okay, so right here. This is a perfect example of unreplaceable bulbs. You can see how they're kind of just, once again not focusing. But you can see how they're kind of just on there. You can't replace them. This is actually one that I have replaced in the past. And you can see me using these pods. I mean, like you can see a normal light bulb right here. And then you can see both these pods. The first two lights are actually bad. And you just put it on the light wire. So like, the wire that all these lights are connected on is the only wire you put the pod through. Hopefully that helps with those kind of light strings. You have a little path here. If I remember, I will make a video at night of me showing this house. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get this green string out of here and into my room, where we can begin the procedure of trying to find that one bad bulb. I've got the lights. It is absolutely freezing out here, so I'm going to head in. Welcome to this video. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and head into the nice warm house. Alright. So, here's the lights. And if we go ahead and get our LED keeper, we will not be using these in this video. I mean, you technically still can if the actual socket is damaged. Like, say, here. So, say that the socket that the light is in, so like this port right here, say that is like damaged and cracked in half, then you actually can use one of the pods. Because it does the same thing, it just completes the circuit. In a watertight way. But in this video, I will be showing you how to replace these lights. Like, to replace the actual bad bulb causing this not to work. So if I go ahead and plug in the string, which somehow has gotten tangled up just by the process of me carrying it in. If I go ahead and plug it in, you can see that some lights aren't working. Some more. Now, let me tell you something. You may see these two blue lights here. There's a reason that they're a different color. If I can untangle this. So, this port here is not working. Here's the middle of the string. 3 wires here. 2 wires. 3 wires. That's when you know it's the middle of the string. Or if it's a super long string, you can have multiple different sections of these. That's only half of this is out, because this is technically on like a different socket than the other half of this. It's kind of hard to explain. But anyways, you can see these 2 blue bulbs here. One bulb is actually the same type with the same head as the rest of these. Like the normal incandescent head, if I can get this in camera. There. This one here is a whole different type of bulb. And that's because you can't really find these. Like LED bulbs are harder to find than incandescent bulbs. I've learned that. Like online, really any place they are. So I kind of just use what I've got. And even though this is a different shape and different color, it still makes the string work. Even though this is the same shape, but a different color, it still makes the string work. So, even though this is supposed to be a green string, I do whatever I can to fix these. Because, I mean, for anyone who decorates and uses LED strings, you guys know how expensive they can be. So even if it means having different colors with bulbs that you have to repair and whatnot, I mean, I still think it's worth it to fix it, because it still gets the string working for the most part, having just green for the most part. But anyways, you see these clips inside this box? Or not box, package. What you want to do is take these clips and put them on the last non-working bulb, which should be at the end of one of the strings probably. And all the way at the first non-working bulb. And put them on the little, like, plastic pieces. And, you know what? This is actually odd. That bulb is lining up ever so slightly. Here, let me turn off the lights. All of these are actually. That's a little odd. They're all lining up ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Are you able to tell? Huh. So that implies that it's probably not a direct, like, bad bulb. But there probably is still a damaged bulb. Like, there's a bulb that's still passing through power, but barely any power. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and unplug the string. Let me turn back on the lights. And you're simply going to take your light keeper tool. It has, well, LED keeper. It has this plug here. Just simply plug in, like, just simply plug in the lights to this LED keeper. And now is kind of where it gets difficult with how to do this. If there's a point where the whole string doesn't come on at all, I would recommend checking the fuse or plugging something into the end of that string. If that other light string lights up, then that means the fuse is probably good. Alright, so I've got some spare bulbs now. One of them is green. I'm hoping that one will work for this. Once again, this is a package that came with another string. I have no clue where that string is. It was not attached to this one. I know this came with another string just because the bases of these are a different color than these. Like the bases of these bulbs. But once again, it doesn't matter as long as we get this string working. That's our main goal right now. So, here's what we should do. Now, you should have connected your plug to this LED keeper. And then you should have this kind of part of the string here that's not really working. Oh, there's my toe. But anyways, you have this part of the string here that's not working. How we do this is there's this little port to these LED keepers. When I pull this trigger, can you see that little needle that like pokes out of there? There's this little black here. There we go. So there's this little black plastic part that comes down to hold the light cord in place, and then there's a little needle that pokes it. And now you can't even see the needle really. There's a little needle that pokes it. Basically, we are going to cut the light string in half, metaphorically. So, like, here, let's just pick anywhere halfway throughout this light string. It doesn't have to be directly half. Let's just say like here. We can go ahead and spread out the wires. All you want is just the actual wires with the bulbs. Like just the actual wire connected to the bulb. And then go ahead and take your LED keeper, slide that wire into this little area, and pull. Look how cool that is. Nothing over here is lining up, but now stuff on this side is lining up. So that means everything up to this point, and you can see where my first clip is. This is at the beginning of the cord. Up to this point is good. Let's just see if this one bulb we're working on is good. Let's go to the other side. So this bulb is good. Okay, so we know for sure up to this point is good. And if I just take this clip from here, we can move it to this bulb, confidently knowing that the issue is nowhere before this bulb. So we can pull this out of the camera right now. And we know that the issue is somewhere within this part of the string. So now, once again, pick somewhere halfway through it, separate out, put the LED keeper on one of the wires. Let's just go over here to light up this bulb, maybe. Okay, so everything to the left is lining up, which means up to this bulb, everything is good. So we can put something on this bulb there. Now, I will mention, you see these bulbs are out. They may or may not actually be burnt out. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Sometimes these LED keepers can't produce enough power to actually, like, distribute it evenly, which is why you may see some bulbs out. But also, these just may be burnt bulbs that just burnt out. That's not really an issue, but the more of these there are, the quicker the LED string will fail again. It's kind of just the same as incandescent. But anyways, connection-wise, these are still making a connection, so so everything over this way is doing just fine. It's all working correctly. So now we've really narrowed this down. It's just between this part here now. So once again, go relatively into the middle of this. Separate out the light string. And let's see. Oh, look at that. This time stuff to the right lights up. So we can go ahead and move this clip over. Once again, there's some bulbs here not lining up before this middle section. So like everything on this first circuit, there's still some not lining up. That probably is fine. We also have to see when we plug this in what really is happening with these lights. But anyways, now we've narrowed it down to both of these bulbs here. One of these is most likely our culprit. It's either this super dirty and muddy bulb or this one right next to it. So what you should do is pull out the wire that separates them. So, like this. We have these two separating now. The two that we've narrowed it down to. Because we know this bulb is good, and we know this bulb is good. So it's just between these... Oh my gosh. So it's just between these two. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and just go in the middle between them. And look at that. That light's up there. So let's go ahead and move this one over to this bulb. And since they're LEDs, it's honestly fine if you put them on the actual bulb. If I even can. It's actually fine if you put them on the actual bulb, since they're not really actual glass like incandescents. But now let's go to the other side of this bulb. Right here. You see that? Everything to the left is lining up. So everything to the left lights up there. When we pull it over here, everything to the right lights up, which isn't really much. But you can see we've narrowed it down to this one bulb. I'm going to assume that either a wire has broken off or it's a bulb that just has completely failed. But let's go ahead and pull this out and see what we have. Okay, the wire has not broken off. I don't even know why I said the wire breaking off. Because, in truth, the thing is that, when we originally plugged these in, we saw how they were on slightly. So, probably meant a wire didn't actually really break off. But, yeah. Okay. There is, however, possibly a loose wire. But anyways, we can really kind of confirm if this is a right bulb by simply putting this inside here. And LEDs are complicated because they only work one way. But it's not turning on, so this bulb can probably be tossed away. And let's go ahead and open up our package of bulbs here. We're going to go ahead and pull out this green bulb. Let's go ahead and put it in here. Now, once again, it has a different base, but that is totally fine. Totally fine. As long as it makes a connection, we should be fine. Now, since things are still lining up to the right and left of this, that probably should be the only bad bulb. And then we go ahead and plug this in to see. So, if we plug this in now, look at that. You can see that now everything's working. And also, those are just bad bulbs here. So, yeah, everything appears to be working now. So, it turns out that this green bulb was actually the issue. Now, since none of these wires are loose, I would say the actual bulb probably somehow broke or got filled with water. I don't really know. But, yeah, most of the time with LEDs, there'll be a broken it'll be a broken wire on either side of this. It doesn't really matter which side it's on. But I've actually found it more common somehow that the actual LED inside of this is failing, which isn't supposed to be that common, but it seems to be. So, yeah, that's kind of what this is. This is fixed. Now, I do have some spare bulbs, so I am going to replace some of these burnt out ones. So, I mean, even though they're going to be a different color, as long as they fix the string, that's all that matters. I mean, that's kind of what I think of. So let's take that out. Let's go and take this purple one. Again, it won't match directly, but it will make the voltage between these bulbs more spread out and more equal. It'll make it more, I don't even know how to say it. It'll make it more balanced. Because this is a 100 string, so each bulb really wants to have 2.5 volts. And the more burnout bulbs, the higher that voltage is per bulb, which will make more burnout quicker. So, yeah. On this side of the string, there appears to be no burnout bulbs. But as we move over, we can see that we have 2, 4, 5. Wait. No, I did my math wrong. Okay, so we have 1 bulb out there. We have 2 bulbs out here. 3 bulbs. And 4 bulbs. We have 4 bulbs out. Having these out, I mean, I don't know, again, it's just more voltage being spread. The voltage that would normally go to these bulbs are being spread out, which is why it is important to replace these bulbs when they go out. So I'm going to try to find more of those. But, yeah, this has been how you, this video has been how to fix an LED set of string lights. Even though this is starting to kind of look more like a multicolored string, just because we have orange and purple now in here, along with blue, when it originally was a full green string, it should still be just fine. So please comment below if this helped you out. And yeah, just please comment below. Because, I mean, the reason I'm making this video is because my other video was so successful. Like my incandescent one. So, I know that I've helped out a lot of you guys with that incandescent video. And nowadays, since LEDs are becoming more and more increasingly popular, I decided to make this video, and hopefully it will end up helping you out, and you can save your LED strings. Because once again, lights are not cheap. They're expensive, and we need to preserve them. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. This has been me using the LED keeper to repair these lights here, just by putting the light wire into this little piercer thing that pierces the actual insulation. Oh! Yeah, I almost forgot. When you do this, like, if I can get a support again, like this wire here, if you pierce this, it's still totally waterproof. You do not have anything to worry about with that. And also, I don't know where those holes are that I pierced, but it pierces so small of a hole into this insulation that you can even just rub your finger along it with these plugged in and you won't get shot. Like, it's totally safe, still waterproof. Nothing you have to worry about with that. But anyways, yep, I have been Lightmyhouseup, and I hope you have a phenomenal day and Christmas time. If you would like to see gaming videos, check out TimeLapseBoy63. I will post a link in the description. But basically, that's my gaming channel. And, yeah, other than that, everyone have a great Christmas. And I hope you all have a good day. And I hope I got at least a few more years out of your string of lights. Bye-bye.